So you figured out that the weapon banner is guaranteed, and there is no 50-50 to lose. And with how generous the game is, you are interested in pulling some of your favorite characters' signature weapons. So this video will help you decide which weapons will be the most valuable for your roster, especially now that the game has a banner select to choose weapons from the 1.x roster for new players. But I will also talk about the other weapons released. Unlike my character tier list video, where I had must-pulls and characters that you should get, this tier list won't have the same ranking as I think there are no must-pull weapons, so I'll be using an S, A, B, and C tier list. The aim of this video is to give you a weapon for each weapon type that can be used for most of your roster, at least for your DPS characters. So let's get started. First up is Jian's weapon, which has a crit damage main stat and increases attribute damage bonus by 12%, and every time intro skill or resonance liberation is cast, increases heavy attack damage bonus by 24%, stacking up to 2 times. It's a great weapon, but not a lot of characters benefit from heavy attack increases, so it's a B rank for me. Next is Yunlin's signature, and probably the most valuable weapon, even more valuable than Yunlin herself because of how versatile it is. The huge crit rate it provides thus making echo farming and tuning a lot easier, and because of the amount of rectifier usage that we have. It provides 36% crit rate, grants 12% attribute damage, and when dealing resonance skill damage, increases attack by 12%, stacking up to 2 times, and when the wielder is not on the field, increases their attack by an additional 12%. This weapon is very good for almost all rectifier characters like Encore, Jeji, Cantarella, and Phoebe, so it's an easy S rank. Up next is Jinxi's signature, and while we don't have much Broadblade users, unlike Rectifier users, I think her weapon is the best overall for the Broadblade characters that we have in the game. It has a crit rate main stats, grants 12% attribute damage bonus, and up to 48% resonance skill bonus. It works great because all the characters that we have a resonance skill that they use, unlike Jian's weapon that mainly buffs heavy attack, so this one gets an A. Now we have Changli's signature. It has a crit damage main stat, increases attack by 12%, and attacking the enemy with your basic attack and resonance skills gives you stacks that provide resonance damage bonus of up to 48%. This weapon is great, and I would rank it as an S rank, but because we have Emerald of Genesis, which is the standard sword, I'd give this one an A rank. Because AOG is more versatile, increases your attack, and gives you some energy recharge, which will make your rotations smoother, and the longer you play and get dupes of it, it will get better. Next is Jeji's signature. It provides 72% crit damage at max level, increases attack by 12%, and while the wielder is on the field using resonance skill, grants 12% basic attack damage bonus, stacking up to 3 times, and after 3 times, casting outro skill grants the wielder 52 basic attack damage bonus. This is a great weapon too, but it's mainly used for supportive characters and the ones that benefit from the basic attack buffs. It's great for characters like Encore and Cantarella, but falls short if you compare it to String Master, so this one will be an A as well. On to Xiao Yao's weapon. It has a crit rate main stat, gives 12% attribute damage bonus, and when using Resonance Liberation, the wielder gains 48% Resonance Liberation damage bonus. It's a niche weapon, but compared to the other limited gauntlet weapons that we have, this one is probably the most versatile, but it's still not enough to rank it higher in the tier list, so this one will be a B. As for Shorekeeper's weapon, it's a great supportive weapon that has a lot of energy recharge and also buffs your team's damage, but it's definitely not a must-pull like Shorekeeper, and a lot of people are using Variation, which is a 4-star rectifier that also provides energy recharge and concerto to make your rotations smoother, so this one is definitely a B. Now we have Camellia's signature, and one of the more niche weapons where you won't get much benefit from using unless you have Camellia. It provides the same amount of crit rate as Emerald of Genesis, increases your attack and gives up to 30% basic attack buff, and another 40% when the wielder consumes their concerto while staying on the field. So because you won't get all the buffs from this weapon, and EOG is a great alternative even for Camellia, this one is a B. Next is Carlotta's. Provides 72% crit damage at max level, increases attack and gives 48% resonance skill damage bonus. We only have 2 limited pistols right now, and this one is more DPS focused unlike the standard pistol that works to buff the next character you're swapping into. but because the lack of pistol characters and the 4 stars like Chixia and Alto might not suit your playstyle, I'd give it a B. But if you like pistol characters, this one could be an easy S. As for Uchiha's weapon, it increases attack and provides 48% heavy attack bonus and has a crit rate main stat. This one is a B for me, but Changliao is a bit better depending on the character that you are using. Up from here, the weapons will be more specific for their respective characters, so most of them will be in the C rank. They aren't that versatile, with either their passive needing a certain mechanic such as Spectrofrazzle or Air Erosion, or not even having a crit rate or damage main stat. Phoebe's signature, this one is basically just a stat stick because of the amount of crit rate it provides, which is 36. If you're not using it on Phoebe, then you will only get the 12% attack buff as it requires attacking enemies affected by Spectrofrazzle. As for Brand's signature, it has an energy recharge main stat, increases crit rate, and buffs basic attack damage of up to 48%. Again, very specific for Brand, and even for Brand himself, you can use Overture, which is the 4-star sword, and still do okay. Next is Cantarella's weapon, and again, it's very specific to her, and with having Stringmaster as its competition, and even Jeji's signature, it's an easy C. As for Zani, Chikona, and Cartithia's signatures, like Phoebe, need either Spectrofrazzle or Air Erosion to get the full effects from their passive, and with Cartithia's weapon, the main stat is HP. And lastly, we have Lupa's signature weapon, which has a crit damage main stat and increases attack by 12%, but requires a character that benefits from Resonance Liberation buff and having other fusion characters in the team to buff their damage too. I hope this video helped you understand which weapons you should prioritize, especially if you are new and free to play, so when you want to pull one, you'll know what you're getting yourself into. I also have a character tier list for new players and a beginner guide which will be linked in the description below if you are interested, and I'll see you in the next one.